Welcome. We will explain how jeans are made in a jeans factory. Have you ever looked at your favorite pair of blue jeans and wondered where they came from? It's a much longer and more interesting story than you might think. It doesn't start in a store or even in a warehouse. The journey of your jeans begins in a field, as a small, fluffy white ball of cotton growing on a plant. Here's the big picture diagram of the journey from plant to pants. From that humble beginning, it goes through a whole series of amazing transformations. It gets cleaned, spun, dyed, woven, cut, and sewn by lots of different people and machines, each playing a special part in the process. It's like a giant, super organized team effort to create the comfortable, durable pants that people all over the world love to wear. The process is a fantastic blend of old traditions and modern technology. Some parts of making jeans, like using indigo dye to get that classic blue color, have been around for a very long time. But today, factories use incredible machines that can spin thread faster than you can blink and weave giant rolls of denim cloth that stretch as far as the eye can see. We're going to take a slow, clear walk through each step of this fascinating journey. We will explore how that soft cotton fluff becomes strong thread, how that thread gets its famous blue hue, and how giant sheets of fabric are carefully cut and stitched into the familiar shape of a pair of jeans. It's a bit like being a detective, uncovering the secrets behind something you see every single day. Imagine you have a special backstage pass to a huge, bustling factory. You can hear the hum and whir of machinery, see stacks of deep blue fabric, and watch as skilled workers guide each piece through its creation. That's the tour we are about to take together. We will break down each stage and share surprising facts, like the special weave that makes denim's diagonal lines. Everything starts with the cotton plant. It grows fluffy white fibers inside a protective case called a boll. When bolls ripen and burst open, they look like cotton balls dotting a huge field. Farmers harvest the raw cotton, by hand, with workers carefully picking each plant, or by giant machines rolling through the fields. The raw cotton is messy. It's mixed with tiny seeds, bits of leaves, and dirt. Next stop, the cotton gin. The gin cleans the cotton, pulling soft fibers away from sticky seeds, and filtering out stray leaves and twigs. Think of it like a giant comb separating the fluffy stuff from the bits. After cleaning, pure, soft, clean cotton fiber. It's pressed into giant rectangular bales. A single bale can weigh around 500 pounds, more than 2 grown men. Bales are loaded for the trip to the spinning mill. Cotton quality matters. Different types have different fiber lengths and strengths. For denim, mills choose long, sturdy fibers to make stronger yarn. Strong yarn makes jeans that stand up to running, playing, and washing. The journey from field to mill shapes final quality. Farmers and mill workers handle cotton carefully to avoid damage. Next time you pull on your jeans, remember they began in a sunny field. Those strong threads started as delicate feather-light puffs, picked, cleaned, and packed for a big trip. This stage prepares a raw material for the industrial process. From massive bales, the journey to thread, and the factory magic, begins. When the giant bales arrive, a bale breaker pulls chunks apart and fluffs them up. Then a carding machine, like giant wire brushes, aligns and untangles the fibers. Fibers are gathered into a loose rope called a sliver. It looks like thick yarn, but is still fragile. Several slivers are combined and stretched together to even out thick and thin spots. After stretching, the sliver, now roving, is still not strong enough. The real strength comes from spinning. The roving is fed into a spinning frame, stretched to the final thickness, and, most importantly, twisted. Twisting locks fibers in place and gives yarn its strength. A single strand breaks easily. Twisted strands are much stronger. Same with cotton yarn. More twists per inch equals stronger yarn. For denim we need thick, very strong yarn. Machines work incredibly fast, with thousands of spindles twisting at once. Finished yarn winds onto cones, ready for dyeing. A marvel of engineering and precision. From a messy clump, we now have a uniform, strong, continuous thread. Now it's time to give the yarn its famous blue color, with a special dye called indigo. Indigo mostly sticks to the outside of the yarn. The very center often remains white or a lighter blue. That's why jeans fade the way they do. Wear rubs off the outer layer, revealing the lighter core. The yarn loops over rollers into a first vat for a quick dip. When it first comes out, it's yellowish green. As soon as it hits the air, oxidation turns it blue, like magic. To get deep blue, yarn is dipped multiple times, often 6 to 8 dips. In denim, only the lengthwise warp threads are indigo dyed. The crosswise weft is usually white. Look closely, you'll see blue warp with tiny white weft peeking through. After the final dip, yarn is washed to remove excess dye, then dried for weaving. Indigo once came from plants. Today most factories use synthetic indigo, chemically identical and consistent. That consistency helps create the perfect shade of blue every time. Now the beautiful deep blue yarn is ready to be woven into tough denim. With indigo-dyed warp threads and natural white weft threads ready, it's time to weave denim. A loom interlaces 2 thread sets at right angles to form a solid sheet of cloth. Hundreds or even thousands of warp threads are stretched tight, like strings on a harp. The loom passes the white weft over and under, back and forth, over and over again. Denim isn't a simple basket weave. It uses a twill weave. The weft goes over 2 or more warp threads, then under one, shifting over each row. This repeated staggered pattern creates the famous diagonal lines on your jeans. Twill isn't just for looks. It makes denim strong and durable. Threads are packed tightly, tough enough for work pants and everyday wear. Modern looms shoot the weft at lightning speed, hundreds of times per minute. A beater packs each weft down to keep the fabric dense and sturdy. Fresh denim winds into huge, heavy rolls, sometimes hundreds of feet long. Factory floors are filled with looms churning out roll after roll. Before cutting, denim goes through finishing. Sanforization pre-shrinks fabric with steam and pressure so your jeans won't shrink dramatically at home. Singeing burns off tiny loose fibers for a smoother surface. Now the fabric is strong, stable, and ready for the cutting room. Designers create a master pattern, the blueprint for jeans. Front and back leg panels, pockets, waistband, belt loops, and the fly all fit together like a puzzle. Computers plan a marker to minimize waste. Many layers are stacked into a thick ply for efficient cutting. Skilled cutters use powerful tools or automated machines for perfect accuracy. Automation boosts speed and precision. Cut pieces become neatly labeled bundles. Mixing sizes now could cause big problems later. These stacks head to the sewing department, where flat pieces become pants. Moving on. The sewing room is where all the flat-cut pieces are assembled into a 3-dimensional pair of jeans. It's labor-intensive. Each skilled worker handles a specific task again and again. One sews back pockets, fold edges, stitch a clean hem, then another positions them on the back panels with a decorative stitch. Other workers build the front pockets and attach the coin pocket. The zipper is sewn into the fly pieces. Main seams, like the inseam and the back yoke, use flat-felled seams. Fabric folded with 2 parallel lines of stitching for incredible strength. Panels are joined, fronts to backs at the inseam and the outseam. The 2 legs are joined up the middle at the seat seam, a high-stress area reinforced heavily. Finally, the waistband is attached, and belt loops are sewn on at precise intervals. It's a symphony of whirring machines and flying needles. Workers use heavy-duty machines and thick, strong thread, often in gold or orange for contrast. A single pair can go through the hands of 30 to 40 different workers. After sewing, the garment looks like jeans, but it's stiff, dark, and missing hardware. The next stop adds those final, iconic details. With sewing complete, jeans are almost done. They still need metal hardware and finishing. Rivets, those small copper or brass studs on pocket corners, aren't just decoration. They reinforce stress points and keep pockets from tearing. A press punches a hole and clamps the rivet pieces together. The main waistband button is attached with a powerful press too. These metal parts are essential for long-lasting durability. Then, jeans head to laundry, and finishing to soften and add a worn-in look. In stone washing, jeans tumble with pumice stones about an hour, softening fabric and fading seams and edges. Modern lasers can etch patterns, create fades, and add whiskers, all without water or chemicals. Enzyme washes use natural proteins to gently break down fibers, softening fabric for a vintage feel. Before jeans can leave the factory, quality control checks every pair. They look for crooked seams, loose threads, and weak stitching spots. Rivets and buttons are checked, and the zipper must work smoothly. Measurements matter. A 32-inch waist must truly measure 32 inches. Inspectors compare color and wash pattern to an approved sample. Defects are repaired or classified as irregular and sold at a discount. Past pairs get final touches. Stray threads trimmed, brand, style, size, and price labels attached. jeans are folded neatly, often over cardboard to keep shape, and sealed in a clear bag. Bagged jeans are packed into larger boxes by size and style. Boxes are loaded onto trucks, trains, and container ships. They travel to distribution centers, then to retail stores where you see them on racks. From a fluffy ball of cotton in a field to a finished product in a store, the creation involves work, technology, and human skill. It's a global journey combining agriculture, industry, and fashion. Thank you for joining us on this tour of a jeans factory. We hope you enjoyed it. By the end of our 10-minute tour, you're a junior expert on jean manufacturing, ready to appreciate all the work behind your comfy pants. If you found this interesting, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, so get ready to spot denim's diagonal lines and those tiny rivets doing their big jobs the next time you wear jeans. The story of a pair of jeans is a story of transformation, raw to useful, strong, and stylish.
Thanks for watching.